Hello and welcome. This is my home lab, which I use to do most of my experiments. This is the main shelf of my laboratory. There are three main acids which are kept here. You can see it: nitric acid, sulfuric acid, and hydrochloric acid. It is squiggly down here. And up, two bottles, two containers full of common reagents. Here I have my phenolphthalein solution. This is the universal indicator solution. I have blue and red litmus papers, and this is methyl orange solution, and one of the most expensive of all the reagents I have, sodium nitroprusside reagent, which is used for cation testing in sulfuric acid. And here I have some potassium iodide solution which I prepared in a special way. I'll teach you later. And here is my Nestle's reagent, and here is yeast, and back there is Benedict's reagent testing urine, and this is my filter paper. And coming down to the reagent shelf, I have here my hydrogen sulfide solution. Here I have some potassium iodide solution, and this is just a spray bottle which contains pure distilled water. And this is my work table. Here's a watch glass. I have prepared some potassium iodide in the watch glass, which I'll show you a video on that later. And here is the early minor flask, 250 ml. This is an early minor flask of 100 ml. And this is a beaker, 250 ml, two beakers, 250 ml. And this is a 100 ml beaker. Behind the petri dish. Also another petri dish. I'll show you that. Here is the petri dish. For heating purposes, I use an alcohol burner with a wick. Fuel in it, I use the surgical spirit. And now these are my test tubes all around here. And this is a glass pipette, and this here is my funnel. And this is a graduated pipette I use for making volumetric solutions. And here is my tripod and wire mesh over that to spread the heat. This is my wash bottle which pours water down like this. You can obtain water. And this is my plastic graduated cylinder. The glass one is broken. I'll buy it later. And this my chemical section. I begin with hydrochloric acid and biotin solution, and all the concentrated acids are kept here. Three bottles. One is sulfuric acid, nitric acid, and hydrochloric acid. And here is my important stuff. I'll show you. It contains surgical equipment. This is a brush for cleaning stuff and something. There are two pairs of scissors down here, long tweezers, and a glass dropper, and here are my bases. I have some potassium hydroxide, some calcium hydroxide, and sodium hydroxide. Now I'll show you my chemical section below. I'll begin with organic compounds. Here are my organic compounds. This is my acetic acid. This is benzene, and this is phenol carbolic acid, and this is chloroform. And down here is my most important chemical. This is picric acid, and next to picric acid here is oxalic acid, and this is formalin, which is for biological stuff, preserving and something. And I'll show you my oxidizers here. My first one is potassium permanganate. Then I have some potassium nitrate and some aluminium metal, and sodium metal is kept along with oxidizers. I also have flammable materials. Okay. Now down there I have my sulfates. First is copper sulfate, barium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, ferrous sulfate, and also one of my thiosulfate, sodium thiosulfate. And okay, here I have my nitrate salts. One is my strontium nitrate, above is sodium nitrate, magnesium nitrate, barium nitrate, and silver nitrate solution. Down I have my carbonate, strontium carbonate and sodium carbonate, and this is my acetate chamber. Here I have some sodium acetate and lead acetate. Above that is chlorides. I have barium chloride and ammonium chloride, and some ferric chloride also. I have bought it recently. This is the ferric chloride. I'll show you my elements. These are the elements. Here I have copper metal turnings. Here is some magnesium metal. Here is some elemental carbon. This is some sulfur powder, and this is some mercury which I obtained from a thermometer. And I'll show you my other chemicals now, which include borax, and here is some ammonium thiocyanate, and below I have some silica metal. Here is bleaching powder, sodium hypochlorite, and below I have some ferrous sulfide. This is surgical spirit. I also have some hydrogen peroxide obtained from a pharmacy, and glycerin below is some glycerin. And here is my balance area where I use my analytical balances. I have a weight box which contains 0.1 to 3 grams weights. And that's it, my formula. Thank you.